Hey yo, what's good everybody? 80 Bissell here, back on another video. I know I've been going a minute, through a long minute, but I'm back now, ready to be more consistent with bigger and better content coming on the way. For those who've been keeping up with the channel, I know you've seen like I've been mainly posting gaming and superhero gaming, but going forward, I'm trying to touch into a different type of content, mainly on the superhero side. You know what I'm saying? What got me interested in this, I've been knowing these guys for a minute. They got a lot of theories and speculations, mainly on MCU and DCU, which I find interesting. And I thought, hey, like, this is an interesting take on it. Might want to bring this to the channel and get even more interesting theories from everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys can tune in and, you know, be involved with us and, you know, put me on to a lot and teach us and let us all conversate. You know, I want a nice little community. We can all be family. But yeah, I hope y'all mess with this new type of content. Let me start wasting time with this intro. Let's get into this video. Alright, so boom, it's my boy Cool.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's nice to be on the platform. We've been doing this, working on this for a little minute, and finally get our thoughts and see how y'all feel about it.
And this my boy Faded.
Yo, what's up? I'm Faded. Today we getting into Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos came out a little bit ago. It was a little animated show.
That word, y'all made me watch it. The joint was tough.
Facts, we did make that nigga watch that.
Basically,
theories.
we're about to get into Creature Commandos, and within Creature Commandos, they showed a little snippet of what DC might be giving us in the future. There's a couple things that they hinted within the show that, let's just say, could hinder the future of DC and how it might come out, how it might play.
I apologize. I had a little brain fart, but that is
you're 30, you're 30. But Creature Commandos is basically a team of monster characters, and it's Amanda Waller's undercover team.
Yeah, you know, because it's from Suicide Squad, right? The James Gunn Suicide Squad.
Right, and she can't do that.
She got bit where she can't do that no more. So she
criminals no more. So she went and found, I guess, another set of criminals that are I guess unlisted and
considered not human, I guess.
Right, they're not human. So they're not actually in prison. So they're just, I guess weapons. So that's what this show is about. It's about a team of misfit villains that kind of show that they're not all really monsters. They just,
even though
they are monsters, yes. But how they became how they are, they're not as
really just humanizing them.
Correct.
Yeah.
You feel me? And with this future scene, so we want to just get right into it for real.
Oh yeah, I think y'all had some.
You gotta mention the characters. You gotta mention the characters.
Okay.
So
shit, we start with who you want to start with, bro?
Alright, so the characters in the show is the Bride, Dr. Phosphorus, G.I. Robot, Nina Mazursky, Amanda Waller, of course,
Flag,
Rick Flag Sr.
Flag.
I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh, Frankenstein. Frankenstein
is in there as well. Swamp Thing.
He said Swamp Thing. Nigga, no.
Oh, he's not like a main character. That's what you mean. I mean,
nigga, he wasn't in the show.
No, it was Clayface.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wildin'.
TP game.
Yeah, that's my fault. No, when I told you I was fried.
Phosphorus, the Bride, G.I. Robot. And the main villain is Cersei. a Wonder Woman villain.
Right. And she's trying to kill the princess.
Correct. So the whole plot of this show was that Amanda Waller was,
They trying to,
I guess,
protect the princess. That was at first.
Correct. But it seemed like she had like a treaty in a sense, because it's like that they're helping each other. So Amanda Waller came in, and the way the show portrayed Pokolistan, that's the country where the princess owns, like that's her country or whatever. He needs help for the sole purpose her country is on the last leg of losing their country, basically. So they kind of now have America in, America's hand within Pokolistan.
Yeah, they're basically like, one of them sister countries or whatever, helping each other out.
It's a made-up country for DC.
Yeah, we got a lot of those.
Yeah, facts. So within the show, the princess, she's like I said earlier, she's a princess and she owns the country. And from what they depicted from her show, from the show and stuff, is that her country's very poor.
But they got like super suits.
Right. When you go into like her country and you see, I guess, her soldiers and her army, they're much more advanced than what you see in Amanda Waller and, in America.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they was flying around, had blasters.
Flying around, yeah. Like they was way more advanced.
With the tanks was fucking rail guns.
Yeah, they had rail guns on their tank. The whole plot of the show was Cersei is trying to go home, which is, he's claiming she's from Themyscira. And she's the rightful queen of Themyscira. And she just wants to kill the princess because supposedly the princess wants to destroy the world. Now,
besides trying to get in Rick Flag's pants, she's trying to destroy the whole world with her army. And Cersei supposed to be the superhero savior
with her army of degenerates.
With a bunch of niggas that was just worshiping her because she's pain.
Nah, she is, man. Wait, I don't know.
Nah, she's pain. Don't get twisted. She's pain.
I don't really look at characters like that. I be like, yo, the picture, like, bro, like I should look at her, like, that's good talk.
What, nigga? What?
Nah, but yeah, but I remember y'all was talking me down about some theories on, like, especially about that little vision that they showed the wall at that time, which was they were saying it was the future.
Right. They showed her with what's his name, Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah.
Right.
And we was trying to say why Cersei so Gorilla Grodd. Why she throw that nigga under the bus?
Throughout the show, they eventually come across Cersei and they lock her up, and Cersei tells Amanda Waller why she's trying to kill the princess. So she tells Amanda Waller, like, yo, the princess is bad, she just wants to destroy the world. She's evil, basically. But throughout the show, they don't show that. She's very, kind. She's very ladylike. She's not degenerate in a sense. She's very nice. But there are certain aspects of her that they do show of, like, she just wants to fuck Rick Flag. Mind you, when you see the show, her mother is a husk.
What's a husk?
Like she's damn near dead.
Oh yeah. That was her mom? I thought that was the king.
That was her mom, nigga.
Oh damn. I thought that was
her mother, nigga. Her mother looked like damn near about to die, boy. Couldn't eat her food. She couldn't talk. But the whole time she's worried about fucking Rick Flag, and mind you, her country's in despair.
Yeah.
So those are little things that they put in there for, like, to show you, like, yo, this princess ain't shit.
Yeah.
That's great. I didn't even think of all that. I'm not gonna lie.
Me neither. I didn't even think about it. When she showed her mom, so I was like, oh damn, like,
I was like, yo, I
guess that. So what?
Whole time she tried to fuck this nigga, man. Try to fuck Rick Flag. Like, whole time her mother is on her last legs. They ain't give a fuck. She ain't care.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking she in her
So-
position because of Palms like that.
Right. But nah. They intentionally put that in there for
Yeah, to show her
no,
character.
no. Yeah, to show. But there's a little secret about her. So back to the future scene. Once everything transpires, they lock up Cersei, the creature commandos, and Cersei is showing the future. So Cersei shows the future. Now, prior to the scene of her showing the future, they get a doctor to come in. Now, the doctor is supposedly an expert of Themyscira. So this doctor studies Themysciran artifacts, pamphlets, armor, anything that comes from Themyscira. This lady comes. Her name is Dr. McPherson. And
I remember.
she comes in and she kind of basically tells Amanda Waller what Cersei's set of powers come from. And she comes out and she says it's clairvoyant. And the way they explain clairvoyance is that she's possibly just putting images in your head, and it could just be whatever the hell she wants.
Right.
No, fuck.
So when everything is said and done, Cersei shows the future, and the future entails Princess Bakolastan is taking over the world. She's destroying the world. She has the Justice League on pike. They had Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Booster Gold, Supergirl, Robin, Kid Flash, Green Arrow, motherfucking, I think they had Mr. Terrific. They had a bunch of superheroes in that shit. And what it is that the Justice League seems to die in the future. But also in the future that they also show Gorilla Grodd. And Gorilla Grodd in a sense of like, he's not just a gorilla. Yeah, he's a king. He has the drapes, the armor. Like, he seems situated. And they show gorillas around. Like, if he has Gorilla Island. Now, for those who don't know, Gorilla Island, in DC Comics, Gorilla Island is an island that Gorilla Grodd is basically kingdom. Like, that's his kingdom. So, just kind of telling, like, this is where Grodd may be at. Like, he's king of his own place. He's situated. And with the future scene, back to the whole princess and everything, how is she destroying the world if in the show they showed that she's kind of like poor, like she's really poor.
Yeah.
So for those out there like who's kind of a little into nerds and shit, who's a nerd, like, yo, that girl has railguns on tanks. She has jetpacks. She has blasters.
And in the
How poor is she?
in the future scene, you remember she got the scars on her face too. Where she get them scars on her face?
Right.
Yeah, but hold on. We I ain't gonna lie. I was waiting for you to say it, but we came a little bit off topic. But the doctor that came in and said, you know, she's showing the future and stuff. Later on, she dies. And one of my questions was for both of y'all was like, I'm thinking she was alive when they did the vision to tell Miller Waller, but like I'm thinking like, was she dead before or after that?
I mean, I feel like she had to have been dead before that, because then it would have been no point. Because like, what was Clayface doing there? Like, why are you in this woman's house? Why'd you kill her? Why are you in her house playing the game?
But one thing I don't understand,
specifically this person that just did this, it don't make no sense. You feel me?
One thing I don't understand: if she was alive, that means the vision was true, right?
Are you saying alive prior to seeing her dead, correct?
Yeah, like, so Clayface wasn't the one that said the vision is true. The doctor was the one that said the vision was true.
Right. That's what you're telling, right? That the doctor was there before Clayface killed the doctor. Because they do show Clayface a little bit later. So, my theory, I agree with Faded that he was saying that she was already dead.
Oh, she was already dead.
I want you guys to comment and tell me what y'all think. But from what me and Faded has discussed, she was dead prior to the whole interrogation. She was then dead. When you see her body,
Probably dead before the show even started.
Yeah, she's probably dead before.
Yeah, but if she's dead before the show started, why would Clayface tell them that the vision is true so they can go back? That confuses me. Would not mess up their whole plan in the first.
Correct. So I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because I'm like, now if Clayface killed that and like messed up her, how people perceive her and stuff, then it could show like, oh no, it was actually Clayface instead of her, and not think the vision is real and the prince is in good light again. You feel what I'm saying? See how it tricked Rick Floss and then Frank is.
See, but you under the impression that Clayface worked for the princess. You don't even know who that Clayface really worked for.
She did,
Clayface did work for the princess.
Yeah, she was.
No, that's a fact. We seen them with each other.
Yeah.
Like,
so when Clayface. All right, back to the whole scene in that interrogation. Remember when the doctor came in? And the doctor was telling Amanda Waller about the powers.
Yeah.
She literally said to Amanda Waller, like, "Yo, Cersei literally could be lying." So she was trying to throw them off.
Yeah, I was going to say that, to be honest. Like, she didn't. I don't think she necessarily said that what she's going to show you is the truth.
Yeah, she said it could be the truth.
Right, she said anything could be genuine, like it could be whatever she wants to show you. So she was doing her part.
Yeah, but at the same time, that still came off as in a general, like she's a doctor, professor in theories of Themysciras or whatever. Is basically her theory is she.
She's an expert in that. Like she got a degree in it.
Exactly. Now she, as a degree person, she's still studying herself too, because like for me, she's still studying Themyscira and she don't know everything there is to know, and she just saying like, I feel like she a professor, so she gonna be like, oh, like she could be showing real images or she could not be, as a professional, she's just saying that that's a possibility. Now they took it, she saw the vision and they decided, you feel me, to take it that route because that's the worst possible route. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, there was little things in the scene to where like it basically, because Waller basically confirmed like, oh yeah, this vision for a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? And I also know like she wanted to like, just kill her just in case. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just kill her. Like,
so you could be right. Like for me, we don't know. So
man, I'm not thinking about it. He could be.
But like I said, we both the same. The doctor did come in there, and she was like, "Yo, don't believe Cersei." That was the whole goal. Like the doctor bitch was there. The doctor lady was there too, and tell like, "Yo, do not believe Cersei. She could be lying. She most likely is lying." And Amanda Waller wasn't hearing it.
I'm not going thinking about it. Who exactly won at the end of the show, bro? Like, what motive was actually like, you feel me, like fulfilled?
That's the big trick question. Like, what really happened in the show? Mm-hmm. That's the big thing. That's because the theory that comes to mind is, like I said, Cersei shows the future, and just a little sidebar, but Cersei is not one of those characters that is like, to my knowledge, she's very backdoor. She'll use you, do whatever she can to get an advantage, if you will. So, to my knowledge, if this DC universe is very fleshed out and stuff like that, I'm assuming that she is telling the truth.
Fake.
You know what I'm thinking? What if like I don't know too much, but what if the princess, right? Like they wanted like Clayface worked with them so they could do that, so they could kill the princess to make it seem like they killed her, so then they could leave her alone for her future plans.
That is true. I thought about that too.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought about that too because there is a Elijah's Pit in DC. That is true. And what our theory is that she could be a daughter to someone.
Right.
In the future scene, they show her with a cut on her face. 3 cuts on her face. Throughout the show, they don't show that at all. They don't have a cut at all. So a theory is that she possibly is.
And that was like it was not just a cut. It was like a scar that was like already there, like healed up. Like that's just on your face forever.
Right.
Like, she had that before.
The theory is that she's the daughter of Vandal Savage. And if what our theory comes together and everything, how we think it's gonna come out is that Cersei used to work with Vandal Savage.
Right.
And
y'all know anything about Young Justice, then y'all know about the Light and how Cersei was on that team.
Cersei was not on the team.
No. My bad. Cersei wasn't on the team, but she could be on that team.
So the whole theory is that the Light is at play. This is the Light at play in some way, shape, or form. And like I said, I agree with you, Dark, that the whole, it could be the Doctor. The Doctor could be genuinely just telling her like, yo, whatever. And the whole plan could have been to kill her and get her out the way and bring her back later. That could definitely be plausible. But I'm disagreeing for the sole purpose that, like I said, the Doctor came in and he did tell Amanda Waller, like, yo, she could be lying. Like, most likely she is lying.
So you think the real Doctor? You think the real Doctor would have been like, her visions are true, and we should take it seriously?
Possibly.
So, what's her name again? Cersei. So you guys got knowledge on Cersei. So you telling me that Cersei has, like she's able to actually see the future? She's not putting nothing in your mind.
Right. She has the power of magic, eh? She can foresight, if I'm not mistaken.
So she has foresight, and she is not able to just put stuff in your head.
No.
Okay.
She can just do that, but if I'm not mistaken,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If she can do that, then the Doctor, as a doctor, she's just telling that's one of her abilities. Right.
Yeah,
so she, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, she could be right, but then why would you show Clayface?
That's a fact. And another big point, like regarding that, like not the glaze or anything, but how is Clayface moving around freely and Batman don't know? That's another big thing that we want to put out there.
My brain, I just thought about some shit. The princess is mad smart. Look. He was trying to get, you see how she was trying to fuck Rick Flag for damn near the whole show?
Yeah, because she wanted him on her side. Yeah, she was using him.
She was using him, yeah.
No. That's where Clayface comes in. She used that nigga like that, right? So he could feel that way strongly towards her. So even when the Doctor did tell, he wouldn't believe the Doctor, and he'll go find proof. Whereas Clayface killed her and then impersonated her, and now he getting it. You know what I'm saying?
That's when the whole everything happened, when Amanda
all put. So I'm trying to tell you,
figured out like, yo, we were duped.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The Doctor was alive when they told the vision, and Clayface killed her and came and impersonated her, so Rick Flag could see. Because remember, the princess already in Rick Flag's head, and it played out the way she wanted it.
Remember at the end of the show, remember the last episode, they showed Clayface with the princess way before they went to the country. Yeah, that's way before we even see the princess.
That's a fact.
It was like a surveillance scene of Clayface walking in the princess's castle, nigga.
Yeah.
So the whole time, to what my knowledge is, that Clayface been working with the princess.
And she was way ahead of Cersei.
On it. Yeah, Clayface. If you see, when they showed Cersei's on the news talking about like, yo, I just want to go home, shit like that. Like, I don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on. Like,
Yeah, but
I
how would
go
they
home.
know? How would they know to kill that doctor though?
I guess like the most obvious person they would ask. You feel me?
Right, she's the only person that would go against Cersei. Or like, you know, like
probably not a lot of people that are like experts in Themyscira either.
Right, that person, that lady actually will vouch for Cersei. Whether it, like I said, the way they portrayed her is that she has a passion for, you know, Themyscira. Yeah. And then when they show her in the professor, nigga, he's going into the school talking nonsense. And remember, he just goes back to the house. He went back to the house like if he's been there. Like, he went in there and gave the cat food and played the game. Like, he was chilling.
But you see the difference versus when the doctor show was there with Amanda Waller versus how he acted in the university.
I'm gonna tell you about this right now. You know what Clayface does outside of being a supervillain? He's an actor.
What he do? Oh, I didn't know that.
He's not just changing into you; he's gonna be you.
Oh, okay.
Clayface was an actor that.
But like, to backtrack,
if I'm not mistaken, you know, he had like a skin disease and he needed something to like sturdy him up. Well, he was ugly and he couldn't get into some stuff like that. But he used cream and it messed him up, and he looked like that. Clayface.
Oh, nah, I'm sorry.
So he's an actor. So he's the perfect shapeshifter, and he can act like you. He literally studied that, like.
And if you see like DC stuff a lot, bro, they use Clayface OD. Like they be controlling that nigga, doing shit. Yo, Clayface is like just a tool to other villains. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Right?
No, it's a fact.
It's a fact. A lot of Arkham City. Not to get off topic, but Joker was using him to rule Gotham. I don't know if you played that one, but City, he fucking remember Joker was sick, and he was using Clayface to move around.
Right.
Nah, fact.
And
so
bro, I
don't
know how many times I've seen niggas controlling that nigga with Starotech.
Yeah, something like that. I wasn't Starotech. It was Mad Hatter.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Clayface is a hit for hire for people or actor for hire.
Correct. And not to get off topic again, but he's having a movie coming out.
Right.
It's supposed to be rated R and it's connected to the universe and stuff. So that's let me explain what might be going on right here. Like, you know, like I said, the whole theory is that Clayface is working for someone. There's no way. I'm gonna
go back because I'm not gonna lie. Let me go back, bro. Because I said before, who? Because like you said, he working for somebody. Who was giving this nigga clearance, bro?
Right, like he goes into.
He leaving the country
now. Right, if our theory is right, the nigga goes into Amanda Waller's prison. When you see her prison, it's layers of
security. Yeah.
So and this is her after the Suicide Squad. This is her with the Creature Commandos. She can't detect this nigga. That's a fact.
Who's giving him clearance to do that? Not only that, like Fade said, your son is in another country. You're telling me Batman not on that?
Nightwing not just beat him up, like just pass the time.
Who's letting him rock like that? And like I said, when they show Clayface go to Shorty crib, he chilling, start playing a game, like 30.
Nah, that's a fact.
So who's giving Clayface that leeway, and how is he getting in the room with Amanda Waller and making sure Cersei is wrong? How is he doing that? Now like I said, yo, we could be wrong. We could be wrong, but I'm just from what we've seen in the show, how I'm taking it like, yo, somebody's giving Clayface, you know, somebody rock with him. Somebody up there is letting him rock.
Oh, that's just
like I said,
somebody.
they show
The doctor was alive. You know what I'm saying? And then Clayface killed that. So like the doctor was really alive when, you know, Cersei's vision and explaining that, you know, Cersei, you know, her powers is true, because you can't just, like the doctor was explaining, she can't just imagine a future, you know what I'm saying? Like it's her powers, like I said, her powers, you know, foresight. You can't just make up the future, you know what I'm saying? And the doctor wasn't saying like, oh, she's lying or making stuff up. She was basically saying, yo, this is her powers, but based on her past actions, she a villain, not just gonna believe it on word. So like, you know, it's like
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Like, yeah, her powers is real. She do have the powers to do this, but it's up to you if you wanna, you know, how you wanna go about it. Like, do you wanna believe it truly at the bar, or like just leave it alone? You know what I'm saying? And Amanda Waller chose to act upon it. Now look, Flag, I was seeing is like he's her little mole. Like the princess fake smart because like she used Flag to plant a seed of doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned, like, oh, princess was next to Gorilla Grodd, right? You said Gorilla Grodd, like smart. He's like, you know, a brain character. He has, like, he's smart. He's evolved, like, right? And I don't know too much about his character, but I do know, like, you know, an intelligent person, so he's not going to rock with somebody not on the same intelligence as them, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that he next to her, to me, it looked like, you know, you're not going to be with somebody that's inferior, so in like the mind. So I feel like, you know, he's standing next to her, a co-general or partner or whatever, because they're on the same type of time and mentally, you know what I'm saying? So the princess, I feel like she fake smart, and she used Rick Flag as like a seed of doubt. So that was really the doctor, but you know, she used him as a seed of doubt. So like everything would fall apart, because she knew that, you know, Cersei was gonna get captured, but she probably like, oh, you know, she gonna get captured, but she know her power. So she's like, how can I like make it so they don't, you know, believe the power, or don't, you know, come back to me and But you know, they still ended up coming back. But at the end of the day, Rick Flag stopped. But the thing about it is, like, yeah, he stopped it. But at the end, I'm confused about that part. At the end, I don't know if it was intentional. Like the part where the princess died because of Frankenstein.
Oh yeah. We were talking about that.
That part is like up in the air. I don't know if that was part of the princess plan to, like, you know, fake die to get out the way. She actually died, because I remember you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know that part.
Yeah, everything we talked about this a little bit of camera, but outside of like your theory could be, I believe your theory, I ain't gonna lie. So like the way you explaining it, I think, cause me looking at it as like, you know, fanned out, I think I kind of overlooked it for what it is. I'm kind of like the Rick Flag in this situation in a sense. So you definitely on it. Like for me, that I believe that was the doctor, and I also believe that they killed Shorty after and stuff. They showed Gorilla Grodd as a king, and I just seen an interview not too long ago. But yo, this DC's 300 years in.
At the same time, we're introducing a whole new world, which is a lot of fun. You know, we're in an alternate reality where superheroes have existed for 300 years.
Like superheroes out 300 years in. This came out of James Gunn's mouth, like 300 years. I was assuming maybe 100, 300 years in the universe, out the gate. So you're not telling me there's a Ra's al Ghul out there. If Cersei's out there, you know what Ra's al Ghul is? He's the guy that dips in the Lazarus pit and comes back to life. rejuvenate his whole youth. There's a Vandal Savage out there. Vandal Savage is literally an immortal caveman. There's a Reverse Flash out there. He's a literally, I cannot beat that man. Like, you could kill him and he comes back all the time. He's a paradox. Then you have Cersei, a goddess. So I'm just throwing out characters who might be part of, like, this hierarchy team.
You got Clarion. If Vandal Savage is around, I'm not gonna lie. If Vandal Savage is around, the Clarion's around.
Oh, so you basically saying there's like a anti-Justice League that's given like
type shit.
Bad.
Oh yeah, what I was saying.
And Justice, and if you guys know Legion of Doom or The Light, if you guys see the Young Justice or comics or anything, The Light, Legion of Doom, Injustice, stuff like that. So, or the Secret Society, it could be one of those teams. But from what I've seen from what me and Faded came up together was that Creature Commandos kind of like hinted like, there's somebody else controlling all of this, like doing all of this.
That made way more sense now. That made way more sense.
And like I said, another theory with Cersei is that he seems desperate. When they show her, he's rounding up regular people to kill a princess, and they're like, regular people.
Niggas fiending to be with a vet, bro.
Yeah, they was fiending to rape the princess, gang. We might have to blurt that out, but they were fiending to, whatever. And like I said, they're just regular people. And at the end of the day, Cersei was telling the truth. And if you guys seen, if people know how Cersei is, don't do that. So who got her scared? That's another thing. Like, she's telling the truth. She's dead ass. Like, I'm dead ass trying to be a superhero.
That's the op telling the truth. Yeah, song. She's scared of song.
So who got her panicking? That's like I said, it could be the Light Secret Society. And just off what we saw, they show Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd's another character that could be on that team. They showed him as a king with his army. And this is another little theory, but Cersei can make you into an animal. And Gorilla Grodd is an intellectual gorilla talking and like controlling your mind.
Right.
He probably looks at him like, you peasant, how dare you think you're with us?
Yeah.
So she probably threw him in there.
I'm crying. So you mean she just threw him?
I beef with him specifically, like, I hate him and whatever. But the whole thing is that if our theory is right and everything, Vandal Savage is if Vandal Savage is in this universe, Vandal Savage is he's been around running shit. Right, running shit. So he would most likely know where Themyscira is at. And he's probably using Cersei, and Cersei probably got tired of it. Like, this mortal, I'm a god. Like, how dare I I stoop to this? I know y'all seen how Lex crashing out, bro. Like, Lex is, you see the trailer, Lex is crashing out. Who got Lex that night? I'm saying, like, it could be Superman. Like, it could be Superman, it could be the superheroes. We could be bugging. But, like, I feel like Lex is also on that team. But out of the whole team, Lex is the most normalist out of all of them. And
he like the Batman of the anti-Justice League.
True, yes. But he don't know how to fight. He's just super smart and he has money. And going on a whim here. If you could throw Cersei out, imagine what you could do to Lex Luthor. He's a public face. So he could be panicking too. I'm just saying, man, but with everything that they've shown, there's somebody else in charge. That's what my theory is. There's a villain. There's villains out there doing stuff that's controlling the media and how everything is coming together. And the princess, like I said, it could be many things. You could be right with the whole. The doctor was there the whole time.
Yeah.
But from what I told you and how I said it, do you think what we think is like, yo, that's plausible, gang? Like, Clayface is an actor and they're just using him fluently. Like, yo, he could go wherever. Mind, Batman is literally, yo, he makes plans to beat people. You're telling me he would not know where Clayface is at?
That is a fact, bro.
Like, somebody is really like, yo, overshadowing him and making sure, yo, you're good. Go do that for us. And we'll give you whatever you want. Just go do that. And everything, like I said, when they showed the princess, she killed the fish girl. And she shows malice in her eyes. Like,
nah, yeah. She like that.
I'm like that. Nah, that's facts.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, I'm saying like she liked it.
Nah, word. Nah, that fish girl, man, she ain't deserve that.
Not at all.
Not at all.
But
rest in peace, Aqua lady.
And I think she gonna pop back out. She ain't dead. I don't think nobody.
Yeah, they got a lot.
No, you seen that tweet? No, you seen that recent tweet? James Gunn said dead is dead, gang.
But as far as Creature Commandos, what they entailed and how they portrayed it, it was a bunch of nothing. But at the end of the day, like, that one scene kind of clarified where the DC is at. Villains are in control, to what we think. The villains are the big homies right now. There's no Justice League, and Superman is popping out. And Lex Luthor can't handle that. That's what my theory is. So, Lex Luthor has been trying to get on Superman for at least a little bit before Suicide Squad. Maybe a year prior to that. Because if you've seen Suicide Squad, Bloodsport is locked up for shooting Superman with a kryptonite bullet.
Robert Dubois, a world-class marksman. In his hands, anything is a deadly weapon. His father was a mercenary who trained his son to kill from the moment he was born. He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet.
So, already, Superman's already touched he's been around kryptonite. So, no intro to that. When you see Creature Commandos, when you see the first episode, Cersei is locked up. When they show her mugshot, it says MPD. That's Metropolis Police Department. Who's locking her up in Metropolis? Superman. So, Superman's been around magic. So, Superman is very delved in already out the gate. Creature Commandos kind of portrays the universe like, yo, we already in this universe. We're in the middle. Superman is the pivotal character. He comes out the gate and he's kind of like retconning how superheroes should be today. So that is what I think Lex will be kind of tackling in that movie. Like, yo, he's a fraud. He's lying. But we gotta wait to see that movie. But that's basically the big theory.
Yeah, but everything was interesting. You gotta put it into perspective for me to understand. Hope, the viewers understand too. But yeah, that's a wrap. Let's just, let's wrap this video up and probably get into some more in the next videos. Let us know if you like this type of content. If you want more of this, you want us to come back. You want me to bring Faded and Cool back up, and we gonna come back regardless. We want to see y'all really mess with the content, but yeah. That's all we got for now. Till the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We up.